Back in Week 7, the Chargers dominated their first matchup against the Chiefs. Can Kansas City get revenge? Find out next on Madden Football.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. There's a nice move. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I can do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney.
Let's go!
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
These two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Herbert now.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd and inches, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Herbert. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit. or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now it's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback, because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Chargers offense back onto the field.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Able to shake him off. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for L.A.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man left side is Gronkowski.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelce. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw him a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this returnable for Hill. And he goes out right around the 39. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 44, Mahomes, another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase short-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Now Mahomes.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Absolutely going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Oh, and Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. On 1st down, it's Herbert.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert now. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Herbert. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This one caught by Crowder. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
He gets away from 1, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A 3rd quarter now to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Mahomes will throw for it. That's caught. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end Gray. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for KC.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Let's
think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Carl Nassib drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Butker's kick here is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The Chargers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Hill on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On 1st down, Mahomes.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Second and 8. Now Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Mahomes now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And again, it's Mahomes.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. On the catch, it's Crowder. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. Man open, here is Crowder. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Butker's kick here is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 11. A minute 53 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Herbert. That's caught by Palmer. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Throwing, Herbert. He's got Eckler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Herbert to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And they'll begin by running the option.
Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defensive